I am not a BMX guy by any means, okay? This is not gonna be a full review of this bike. I just wanna share with you the reasons why I got it. And I'm not a professional BMXer. I haven't ridden a BMX since I was probably a teenager. And so the reason I got this is because my son and I recently discovered a pump track in San Francisco. And so rather than just filming him or sitting on the sidelines, spending time on my phone, I thought I would get on a bike and be able to ride with him. So this is gonna be super casual. I'm not looking to hit like big jumps or anything like that. Probably learn how to manual and learn how to do some fakies and then bunny hop. And then that will probably be the limit. We're not doing flips and those kinds of tricks. So we'll see what it turns out to be. This bike here is a little bit bigger than it should be for me. I understand that I'm recommended to have a 20.5-inch top tube length, and this is 20.75. And it does have a chainstay that is a little bit longer, quite a bit longer than is being recommended, or the average. Average chainstay is about 13 inches, and this is 13.75. So supposedly it's gonna have a little bit more stability for the pump tracks, but it's gonna be a little bit harder to manual, do wheelies and things like that, but we'll see. This is not, again, not something I'm gonna necessarily take too seriously. It is gonna be very casual and then be riding with my kids, and in the times that I'm not doing BMX stuff, that I'll just be riding with them in closed parks or streets and stuff like that. So very, very casual. And this bike was on sale for $265 with tax, and they do have shipping. It amounted to $307. So that was decent. Unfortunately for me, it was just a couple days later after I ordered this that I found on Facebook Marketplace that someone was selling a Sunday primer for $150. So if I had seen that, I think I might have gotten that. That bike has a little bit less chromoly than this. It probably does fit me a little bit better, but I figured I'd get a new bike, and I already bought this. And so rather than going through the hassle of returns and all that kind of stuff, I have it here. So this got delivered just yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it. I'm not gonna waste your time with watching me unbox the thing, but we're gonna go through that quickly, and then I'll have some other comments. I did want to add one more thing. For a long time, long time is like a week or two, I was looking at possibly getting a dirt jumper. And so I've been reading, kind of doing my research, and dirt jumper, I was told for $500-600, you're gonna get a pretty junky dirt jumper. But for $500 or $600, you get an amazing BMX bike. So that kind of caught my interest. And of course, they're vastly different things. But with limited garage space and just me not knowing if I'm gonna be fully committed to this, I figured I'd spend a little bit less money and have something that doesn't take too much garage space, and I can store it next to my kids' bikes, and it'll be easier to haul in the car or on a bike rack, wherever we're going. So a lot of it is for practicality reasons, as opposed to buying the best or best value of, a particular product. So I think this just has flexibility and being able to ride on my own, and then kind of exploring my interest in BMX, and then riding with the kids as well. So here we go. I'm not gonna be using the reflectors because I won't be riding at night. If I do, I'll just get actual lights. We have our pedals, axle covers, tool, and Allen wrench. All right, so it does say 65 PSI. We're gonna go ahead and probably pump it up to 62. Before you get too far, it always is good to check that the bead is seated in place so you're not pinching anything on the outside. So the tire's pumped, and there's a nut, a little washer here, and then a locking washer. So I believe the dropout goes right in that gap. Now we're gonna loosen these up and then put the handlebars on. The head tube, when it is aligned, the tire is not. So if it's skewed, it should be this way. So we're gonna loosen these bolts here and then just kind of rotate the head tube so it aligns with the wheel. All right, there's gonna be a difference between the left pedal and the right pedal. Just make sure that the logo faces the rear, and for the left side, it's always going to be reverse threaded. So we're gonna turn it lefty tighty instead of lefty loosey.
So you can't finish threading it by hand. You are gonna need to put a Allen wrench here and start turning that tight.
All right, so before we ride this or put any weight on it, we're gonna make sure we tighten these guys. All right, so the absolute last thing to do is to put these axle nuts on, or axle covers, and just give a little tap until it is flush.